Hi, thank you so much for, I guess, tuning in. It's not really a podcast, but just to our live Periscope. It was just an idea that Kayla actually came up with, and we were going to have lunch together, and we said, you know what, there's so many of our friends who are not at the conference, and let's make them part of the conference. So I know how it is being at home. That was actually one of my first things about like falling absolutely in love with Twitter, was because I could get all the great learning and experiences without actually being at the conference, just from what everybody was sharing with the hashtag. So why not share this via Periscope? So we're at lunch just hanging out and wanted to ask questions, do anything. So Kayla, you want to introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Kayla Delzer. I teach second grade in North Dakota, and I'm here for the TPT Vegas conference, and I finally got to meet Erin yesterday, and then we said, yeah, let's just do a Periscope today. So so if you have any questions, let us know what your questions are and we'll answer them. You can ask us anything about anything.
A lot of people are saying hi, thanks, hey pretties, just joined Periscope. Oh gosh, lots more. What is your favorite thing you learned today that is coming to be read?
Well, and we've got the amazing Jennifer Gonzalez too, who is
Hi.
Cult of Pedagogy, who is helping us as well. Favorite thing I learned today, you know, I was in a session for Angela Watson gave, Cornerstone for Teaching, Wealth of Knowledge, and I think one of the best things that I took away from her session was when you have a blog post that's of just really high quality content, like maximize that. Like if that's obviously a popular post because your readers are enjoying it, turn it into a podcast, turn it into a webinar, just do something more with it. Just don't let it die off. I mean, don't keep repinning it because that's annoying, but really dig deeper into that because that's obviously what your audience is interested in. So she's a wealth of knowledge, tons of great books, including Unshakable.
Somebody says they're reading that right now.
And I think she's doing a book club on it too.
Yes, she is.
So I keep trying to tell her, like, do an audio book because I would be like the first to buy. So what about you?
So my last session, I went to Mel D, Suetastic, her Pinterest session, and I realized like my Pinterest boards stink, like they're really bad. So I need to like reorganize, revamp, help myself be more reorganized. Also just like how to pin things and like how to link them to certain things. And for me, like having different separate boards will be a big thing. So like I feel like I'm just starting, like I need to start over with Pinterest now. But it'll be a huge way to like drive traffic to your blog, drive traffic to everything that you do. So
That's somebody who said they love your digital citizenship stuff.
Yay!
Kayla, yes. Some people are asking for favorite iPad apps.
Favorite iPad apps.
I love, honestly, iPhone, iOS. Probably Remind is one that I really love. It's one that I've used. You can go ahead and, we're just, dinner's here, yay.
Food is here, yay.
So probably, thank you so much. Remind is one of my favorites. It's just, I use it in such a variety of ways, and I always say, a good friend of mine, Adam Bello, says, I love the F-word apps, like free and fabulous. So I love Remind because it is free and it's absolutely fabulous. My kids use it, I use it, so that's probably one of my favorites. I also love Class Dojo. I use it in a lot of just different creative ways. My kids are the ones that actually use it, not me. There's so many good ones out there. So I think it's the way you use apps, not the apps themselves.
Right. Yeah, both of those are on my list. Explain Everything has been huge in my classroom. Just like with the Common Core standards, we know that they need to be doing a lot with speaking and listening. And I think sometimes we think that they understand something, but we're not actually sure if they understand it. But if you can have them illustrated out on like an interactive whiteboard, make a video of it, you'll know for sure if they can tell you about it and show you that they're doing it, you know that they've mastered it. And along with that, like my kids have made videos for parents too. Like if they're trying to learn trade for subtraction or something, the kids will make a video of it and I'll push it to the parents. So Twitter in my classroom too has really taken off. We just got over 1,000 followers on our classroom account, which is super exciting for them. So Twitter in our classroom is another app that's free. So, and not like a freemium, like we call apps freemium because they're free for a certain amount of time and then you gotta buy them. So both of those are, Explain Everything is not free though, but EduCreations, which is kind of like it, is free. So.
We've had a question come up twice now about advice on starting blogging, which I know is kind of a big ball of wax, but is there like a tip that you could give?
just start. Like, and just let your first post be an introductory post, because I think that's like the hardest thing is like, what do I post about first, and how do I get my feet wet? Like, what do I do? Do I do blog or do I do WordPress? Like, just there's so many different things. So when you think of your name, though, that's important. Like, really spend some time in thinking about your actual name. Make sure that nobody else has it either. That's key. And if I were you, I would immediately just turn it into an LLC, because let the sky be the limit. Like, set your bar high. One of my favorite quotes is, if you reach for the moon, and then even if you fall, like, you'll land among the stars. So, like, aim high, aim big, think. Like, do you want to write books? Do you want to present? Like, what is it that's your long-term goal? It's like that backwards design approach. Like, how do you want to get there? So go ahead and think about immediately turning it into an LLC. Go ahead and think about getting a name that, like, nobody else has. And I guess I would say, like, go WordPress from the start. The learning curve is going to be steeper, but big back-to-school reveal. Like, My Inspiration is getting a whole new, like, facelift. So it'll be a whole new look, but I'm excited about that. I'm on Blogger now, which is really easy. But yeah, just let your first post be an introductory post, and then find someone who is going to have a similar like audience as you will have, who you admire as a blogger, and ask to do like a guest post on their site, just to share something, not to push something of your own, but to really share something of value to their readers, because then that will drive traffic, and then people will know that you exist. And that, like, your blog is born, per se. So Kelly Tinkley afforded me that opportunity, and so did Richard Byrne when I just started out, and it was life-changing for my blog.
I would say the same thing. One of my most viewed posts actually is, it's titled My Very First Blog Post. And so now I've been blogging for 4 years, and it's still like on my top 5 most viewed posts, because people want to start and they don't know where to start. So that's one thing. Another thing is, like she said, make it yours. So, like, there are a lot of, like, you can buy or you can get free templates, but if mine is a free template and hers is a free template, they might actually be on her blog thinking that they're on my blog. So make it, like, custom, make it you, so that people know.
Your mom is watching.
My mom is watching.
Or somebody says who's saying that they're your mom.
Hi, Mom.
That's really sweet. The question has come up a few times. Are you going to be posting about takeaways from the conference? People want to know.
Oh, we could.
I want to. That's a goal. I might, like, lump my conferences into, like, a summer 2015 type post, because I'm going straight from here to EdCamp Leader, to BLC Boston, to DC Blackboard World, to somewhere in Tennessee for SDE. So I don't go home until the end of July. Is that this month?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so a lot of things going on, but gosh, the learning, like, even just connecting with these two, I've never met face to face, and I feel honestly like best friends. I really do. So it's about people and connection. So yeah, there will be a post. It might not just be like a TPT post. It might be like a summer conference post. That's a really long answer to a short question, but
No, that's awesome. I'll definitely be blogging takeaways too. But truly, like somebody just said, like, what's been the best part of the conference? And it's the people. Like finally being at the same conference and getting to meet her is huge. And just like having lunch and networking that way is huge. So even more than, like, the sessions are awesome, but like getting to talk to people it's huge. Yeah. Any other questions?
There are.
yeah. All right. So I don't. Oh, look. There's like.
Okay,
first of all,
people are asking a lot.
talking.
Of
Okay, you know what?
Pinterest,
I'm gonna
about
take you on a
Instagram.
tour really quick, because this is gonna be so random. But yeah, Parmesan cheese sounds great. Thank you. So just like talking about learning spaces and design, I walked into this restaurant and I was like, oh my god, it's beautiful. So I was telling the girls, like, when we sat down for lunch, I was like, I have to, like, just show off this restaurant. So here's just a side bit that's non-educational. If you're ever, but you can tie it to education in terms of learning spaces. But if you're ever in Vegas at the Venetian, this place is absolutely amazing. So it's right around the corner. Sorry, it's like a hike. Our table is in the back, but it's just beautiful. But thinking about, you know, when we were walking in here thinking about periscoping, I told them, I said, you know, when we think about designing and blended learning and personalized curriculum for kids, like, just think about, I walked in here and I was like, oh my gosh, just this little nook. I totally want to learn and sit and collaborate, and just thinking about how pretty, like, the aesthetics are. And it's not about, of course, how pretty it is, but it's about how functional. But just thinking about how you can get inspired by spaces themselves. I walked in and the hostess had to wait because I was just snapping like a million pictures, just thinking, like, the aesthetics of this place are absolutely gorgeous. And then of course the acoustics and everything else. I mean, lighting and sound. And so we think about all of that in terms of classroom design and learning spaces. And so I just kind of wanted to mention that and, of course, share a little bit of Vegas with you. But if there are any final questions, I'll wait. And then if not, I will let Kayla tell you guys goodbye because I don't want to bore you. I want to answer your questions if you have any. And sorry, it's such a long hike back. So we're in the canal shop area. Hi. So, all right, Miss Kayla, I will let you see if there's any last questions.
Okay,
and I wanted to tell them about your TED Talk coming up too, because that's huge. Like,
Okay,
it's super
so
exciting.
13 days from today, so I'll be doing TEDx Fargo on July 23rd. I'm going to be doing a ton, I can't give away all of it, but I'll be a lot with kind of redefining the role of the teacher in the 21st century, and technology integration, all of those kind of things will be in there too. So July 20th, live that day, but then it won't be on the TED channel until probably around like September 5th.
Awesome, very cool. And then Jennifer, I'm going to turn over to you.
Gotta let it in, take another bite.
Tell us like where they can find your blog and your information as well.
So I write at Cult of Pedagogy. That's pedagogy is Pedagogy, and I just write every week. I post something new for teachers, not really products, but long blog posts and lots of resource curation and encouragement. And I've got videos for strategies, and just come see me. There's lots of good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a wealth of knowledge. Well, if there are no more questions, I just wanted to say thank you so much.
Thanks for watching.
And we're gonna have lunch now.